Hey everybody, David Alter here for Rink-Wide Toronto, presented by Bodog. Make a play, Canada's choice for free casino games, sports odds, and poker strategies. And tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs play host to the Anaheim Ducks at Scotiabank Arena. Of course, Anaheim in the low end of the standings, and the Toronto Maple Leafs warned about that from head coach Sheldon Keefe and the other players on the team just kind of being weary, making sure that there is no let off throttle, given what had happened when these two teams last met earlier in the season in Anaheim. Of course, the Leafs were on a 4-game losing streak after that game, but then shortly afterwards turned their season around. They have gone 14 straight games with at least 1 point, looking for 15. Of course, looking to get closer to tying the franchise record that was set back in the 2003-04 season when they actually had 16 games with at least 1 point. And speaking of point streaks, Mitch Marner has a franchise record at 22. He'll be looking to extend that to 23 games. Ilya Samsonov gets the nod in goal, and this is significant because this will mark the 4th straight game for the Maple Leafs where Samsonov and Matt Murray have alternated in these starts. Head coach Sheldon Keefe says he doesn't think there will be a situation where either of these guys will get the net for a long stretch of games. And that speaks to A, how well both goalies have played, and B, that they don't really need to do that. They've got a true tandem situation right now. And so this is the first time we're really seeing that implemented. Of course, that might have been the plan to start the season, but then Matt Murray goes down the 3rd game of the year, and then Ilya Samsonov goes down in early November, but then Matt Murray comes back and he gets a stretch of games while they wait for Samsonov to come back. So provided there's no performance issues or injury issues, this looks like the plan going forward. Jordie Benn is back with the Maple Leafs. He took part in his first full practice. He then took part in a bag skate today. They're going to take their time to see when they can put him in the lineup, but it looks like he's fully healthy and ready to go. Of course, Connor Timmins has fit in nicely with TJ Brodie, who came back a couple of games ago from an oblique injury. So if they do decide to make a change at some point after today's game, Jordie Benn is ready to come back. Of course, he is popular in that locker room, very unfiltered and candid in his comments about his injury, the upper body injury, his second injury with the Maple Leafs this season for the 35-year-old. Pierre Engvall is back after a 1-game suspension. He is going right back into that third-line spot. Wayne Simmons comes out of the lineup. Joey Anderson will get his 2nd game in a row. Sheldon Keefe said that there was a temptation to kind of leave Anderson in that third-line spot, but he has liked Engvall's game going into that suspension, felt he was on a bit of an uptrend, didn't want to separate him with David Kampf, so Engvall's back in that third-line spot, and Joey Anderson will skate with Zach Aston-Reese and Pontus Holmberg. Interesting enough, Holmberg and Anderson did play a couple of games together with the Marlies at the end of last year when Holmberg came over after his Swedish Elite League season was finished. That's the story here in Toronto. Myself and Rob Wong will have your post-game show. Make sure you rate and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms to Rink-Wide Toronto, presented by Bodog. From sports odds to free casino games, make a play at bodog.net. Rink-Wide Toronto, pre-game, post-game, every game.